A successful web designer needs to know more than what colors to use or what fonts go together. Because soft skills are equally important when you are designing a website. Saying that, here are our top 8 tips when you are choosing your web designer.
Number 1, set a budget.
Usually, we don't start with money.
Well, web design is different. There's not a set standard of pricing for web design. Before we go into the other steps of finding the right web designer, it's really important to clear this point first. It's important for the web designer to know how much you're willing and wanting to spend on the design because they know how much time they can invest into the planning. And then you go on to choosing the team. And this could be from a freelancer to an agency. They will all have their own unique selling points, and it's down to you to find what is a good match for you.
Number 2, communication skills. Let's begin by clarifying. Harmeet is a business developer. So when I say communication skills, the communication skills for web designer are a bit different from, let's say, a salesperson. Put simply, most web designers, at least the good ones, are introverts, and that is not a bad thing. What you want them to do is spend more time and think deeper about your project.
Well, hopefully.
That's why we are saying this. As a web designer, their job is to communicate your vision and bring it to life. In a lot of ways, the skills of a web designer to communicate are more important than any technical expertise because in every project there are hiccups and you want them to deal with these hiccups really well. There is also another way to look at all of this. Your web designer should be able to explain all these steps in easy language rather than throw technical jargon at you. You should be able to understand what they want to do and how they are going to do it for you. A helpful trick here, just keep an eye on how much they ask about your business. They should want to know you, your business, your audience, and all the other marketing that you are doing because web design connects all of this together. How else can they design a site which is a representative of you, your business, your values, and all that you do in your business?
Number 3, creativity. It goes without saying that creativity is one of the most important skills that you can have as a web designer. After all, it's their job to be able to see the USP in yourself and create visuals of your website that attracts your ideal audience. If they have an industry specialism, they will have a stronger commercial awareness in this field. Essentially, your design team will be part of all the processes from the design brainstorming stage to the development of the website. Hence, why web designers need to have a creative mindset.
Number 4, UI and UX. Before we start explaining this bit, we know quite a few designers who talk of UI and UX without actually having no knowledge of it. You need to distinguish from these people. How to pick that difference is a bit of a task of picking how much fluff they are throwing at you. User interface focuses on how this information is presented on the front end, and user experience focuses on the human element of all of this. How is all of this experienced by the person receiving this information? This can include everything from how the pages are structured, how the information flows, and how do the people who are reading this information or seeing this information react to all of this. As a result, UI and UX have become one of the most important concepts for any web designer, and that's why we hear them all the time. So when you are choosing a web designer, make sure that they understand these two concepts, and more importantly, they are able to apply it to get the best result for you. This takes us nicely to the next point, actually.
Yeah, number 5, keep up with modern design trends. It's surprising to see how many websites have either rarely been updated or the designer has used a theme that was effective decades ago. A good designer will know when to deploy particular styles and themes on a website. The fact is that a consumer is likely to trust a website that is up to date.
Number 6, did you click with the designer?
Or all of this doesn't matter.
That is why we have included this point for the sake of completion. You must have realized by now that there is a lot of talking involved when it comes to web design, not just during, but before and after the work is done as well. And you will have a problem if you don't enjoy talking to your designer. Do they stay focused on the task or do they ramble around? Do you feel you click with the personality and the values of your designer? Are they offering you insights beyond your web design? And if they are answering all these questions, to what extent are they answering these questions? So,
number 7, your confidence. This is what it really boils down to when you've dived into the hard and soft skills of your designer. Are you confident in them? Look at it this way. Nobody knows your business as well as you do. And so you need your web design team to be able to listen to your vision. It's better to spend your money with a team that you trust and you're confident where they're able to take your business to the next stage.
And finally, number 8, request contract and project plan. This is the final hurdle, getting your paperwork done.
Well, it's the real test of their professional skills.
Once you receive a proposal, next you need to put together a contract and project plan. Having tangible expectations and everything in writing will make it easier to then track what you are going to do next. The contract should spell out deliverables, expectations, timings, and everything that is important in this project. A project plan helps all the parties involved understand their expectations and the timelines. It does not need to be complicated, it just needs to do its job. Before we end this video, one thing we need to say, we did not cover the portfolio, experience, or testimonials of your web designer. Of course, these things are important as well, depending on the kind of project that you are doing. Of course, if you run a medium to large business and you're expecting to work further with this web designer or the agency that you are working with, for example, in terms of SEO or other forms of content, then you need to look into further details of this project. So start by requesting a portfolio. And in terms of testimonials, go one step further. We suggest go and talk to their previous and current clients directly. These kind of details depend on the scope of the project and what level of detail are you looking for. Simple thing to remember is look at what you want to achieve from this project and then act accordingly. Good luck with your web design.
Hi, I'm Harmeet Singh.
And I'm Taseer Ahmad. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please like and subscribe and come and join us on LinkedIn. And a bit of a shameless plug, we do provide web design services. So come and visit our website, axies.digital/web-design. Cheers.